So just starting back from scratch, first show, technical difficulties. I guess when you're doing live, it's not all that it's cracked up to be, right? Uh, so I'm gonna wait a few seconds and I'm going to just start off where I left off at again and just go ahead and talk about current events and where we're at and so on and so forth. So just give me giving a few seconds. So we're gonna go ahead and 1, 2 test. So I appreciate everybody's patience through the live stream issues, and just wanted to go ahead and the last time I introduced myself, and I want to go ahead and just talk a little bit about what's going on currently. Um, Hopefully our stream is okay and doesn't have any further issues. So we'll try to fix those. Uh, let's start off with an event that happened to me on July 4th out of Harvey, Illinois. And I'm not going to be long on this live, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. So, as many of you may know, as of July 14th, I should say, it wasn't July 4th, it was July 14th, while advocating out of Harvey, Illinois, there was an event that happened to me, circumstances to where I was victim of a mob action by some criminals, I should say. Those criminals are currently being investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation and state level all the way up to federal level. Proxies of, I believe, or we believe, I should say, proxies of Mayor Christopher Clark. The event happened roughly about an hour and a half. The event happened an hour and a half after I began to speak at a town hall in Harvey, Illinois with Mayor Christopher Clark. I wanted to just go ahead and show a couple of videos about the event and what happened, and just for everyone's personal consumption, so you can, and then I'll update you from there. So this is a video of the event, and just talk a little bit about it.
I have a teacher that was Mr. Borman. He's watching me in heaven. Oh, see, look at, he's going to go around like that.
You can. Ain't nobody can do that. All right. Keep it on. Keep it low. It is loud. Why y'all over here? I'm over here working.
Okay.
What is y'all over? Harry, y'all just came over here. Harry, I'm not moving. Harry, you ain't got What y'all here for? I'm working on the block. What you over here for? What you want, man? What's up? What y'all doing? What you, man? How y'all doing? I'm walking on the block I'm working on. What are you here for? Right, exactly. Back up. Back up. Get back, bro. Get back, bro. Get back. Get back. Get back. Yo. Get back. Yo. Stay trouble my boy, y'all. Stay trouble my boy. We got it.
A little bit about that video. The mob action that would happen to me July 14th. Again, unfortunate as it was, left this one eye socket shattered. This finger was broken or dislocated, I should say. Facial swelling. Circumstances that revolved around the issue ended up to whereas the group of people, 5 people who committed this issue, were released out of the Harvey within that 5-hour time period. The police did a report, and an assault and battery or aggravated assault and battery ended up with simple battery. The same thing as an ordinance when you have a traffic ticket, when you stop folks with a traffic ticket. Very, very unfortunate. And it's going to have to be done out of heart, trying to railroad the case, we believe. And again, I just want to say this mob action that happened not only happened to me, but my daughter was assaulted, a young lady, a senior, 2 seniors who were there. And then there's a young minister who's been working with me for the better part of 30 years who was also assaulted. We want to go ahead and address those issues as they stand, and we're in real time. Where you guys can help me out in the community and the people can help me out is that there is an individual who's part of this, and we need information on that individual. We need to know who that person is. We believe that that person is a Harvey police officer. She was accompanying Mr. Brown and on the scene. And I just want to show a picture of that person. So let me see if I can pull up the picture of that person so everybody can see who she is. One second. Just trying to pull up this picture, y'all, for everyone to see. I think what I'll do is I'll show that on a Facebook post. So what we're going to do is we're going to share information as the days go on. Where you guys can help me out is my email is going to be Amir Shakur speaks at gmail.com. Amir Shakur speaks. And what I'm going to need from you guys is I'm going to need from you to share the information in the days ahead. This mob violence, I'm going to call it a mob violence / police brutality, was done by agent provocateurs of Mayor Christopher Clark, the mayor of Harvey, Illinois, 30 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes, I should say, after we spoke up about a police brutality incident. I'm going to continue sharing this information as we're going through the investigative process, as we're going into the different aspects of it. The young lady, I believe, let's see if I can. Yeah, I'll pull up that picture and I'll show it on my YouTube post, and I'll also show it on my Facebook. And hopefully you guys can identify. I believe this young lady was a Harvey police officer. And if you guys can help me identify that young lady, it would be great. If she was accompanied with Jedidiah Brown and his crew. The crew that he works with is now called INA, Investigate and Navigate, a crew that we are believing is responsible for a flurry of criminal activity in the Chicagoland area. Everything from cyber harassment to cyber bullying to, now the group is turning violent. And this is one of two incidents of the last 90 days of violence or threatening citizens. We can't have that. Me being an advocate and who I am, I won't accept that. We will stop these folks regardless of circumstance, regardless of how long it takes. However, we're going to stop these folks. That police officer, we believe, that was accompanied by Mr. Brown. Just watch my YouTube and my Facebook page. Help me identify her. The thing that I also wanted to share with the folks of Harvey, the young men, women of Harvey, is that anytime you feel like you're a victim of police brutality, there's also resources for that. I want to go ahead and just share with you a couple of things that you can do. First thing is notate the information. Notate it, document it as much as you can. Video is always good. If you have a video trail, that's even better than a paper trail. Men who feel like they are being harassed. One thing that I do want to say is, going forward, just be prepared to use the castle doctrine. Illinois has the castle doctrine, and what the castle doctrine is it gives you the right to self-defense. Castle doctrine, almost similar to stand your ground. I'm going to pull that up, and I'm just going to read for you the information on the castle doctrine so you'll know exactly what it is. Give me 1 second. So it's a legal principle that allows individuals to use force, including deadly force, to defend themselves against intruders in their home without a duty to retreat. The castle doctrine in Illinois, known as the castle law, designates that a person's home is legally occupied as a place, as a sanctuary, where they have the right to protect themselves from intruders. So if you are experiencing anybody that steps on your boundary, in your house, in your threshold, and they intrude upon your privacy, you have the ability to defend yourself by any means necessary. Use the castle doctrine. I certainly will. We want this group of domestic terrorists led by Jedidiah Brown. We want them apprehended. We want them arrested. We want them put in jail. We won't stop. I will not stop. My group, my team won't stop until that happens. We don't want elderly people harassed. We don't want seniors. We don't want women and children harassed. And just a reminder, this person says he's not above harassing folks, seniors, children, men, women. He doesn't care. Equal opportunity, whoever it is. So that's the kind of mentality that we have to fight against in our community. That's the kind of influence that we want to stop in our community. You guys can help us out by we're starting a Facebook group called Expose and Protect, Expose, Defend, and Protect. Haven't decided if it's going to be expose, defend, and protect Chicago, or expose, defend, and protect Harvey, or expose, defend, and protect, period. But I want to give a resource for people who feel like they have no other recourse. You can the police won't hear you for whatever reasons. In the Harvey's case, it's the level of corruption that it's existed even before today's day. We want to be able to give people and help people and assist people in those means. So expose, defend, and protect will be an extension of Freedom First International, and we'll be announcing that. I want to make it very clear to anybody who acts outside of public interest. We are here as a resource to help the community, help the public. My personal battle is my personal battle. It's going to get resolved. I don't want to weigh that down, but I want to start what I started over the last 20 years, and that's helping people out, assisting people who are in need. Political discourse does not have to become violence, or political discourse does not mean that when someone disagrees with you, that you are threatening to them or you harm them because of your political disagreement. When it becomes that, it becomes something else. And that is criminal activity, for lack of better use of the word, and we can't have it. We will stand against it every time, no matter who it is. I want to be very clear that in the days ahead, we will do our best to go ahead and keep as information out on our investigative trail with Mr. Jedidiah Brown. Also, the city of Harvey is going through a lot of turmoil right now. The city of Harvey is going through a financial downfall. They just announced as of today or yesterday that they're laying off 10% of their workforce. So, I mean, Harvey, I feel for you. I feel for the folks who live there. And, on top of the level of corruption that exists, if there's anything that we can do by the means of helping put information out there, if there's anything that we can do by the means of putting things on record, we're going to do that. I want to make sure and thank you, Beth, for being a willing and unwilling participant in change, but you are a change agent. We appreciate you and the folks on the ground. And I want to just take a minute to just address all of the YouTubers who have been part of this situation, who have been part of the good fight, the right fight. Cafe of Knowledge, Minion with an Opinion, the Late Night Crew, Grace Levi, A.K. Cole, Foxy Roxy, Lady Luck, Lizzie, Vivian, Allen, your favorite survivor, Allen, Ryan Skate Chicago. Listen, we need y'all to keep spreading the word, because we know that major media will not publish our situation, or they may not pay attention. But as you can remember, back in Dalton, in the Dalton incident, it took the YouTubers to break this thing open. It wasn't media. It wasn't ABC or NBC or CBS or ABC Chicago. It was YouTube world. It was the global influencers from YouTube. So I suspect that the situation in Harvey will be the same. I'm going to go ahead and lend my voice in the days ahead to national issues again. I'm going to focus on what it is that I can do in order to be a support around the country, the social justice work, getting back into that. And the fight continues. Thornton Township on the south side of Chicago. And here's one more piece that I just wanted to say, and I've suggested it before, but I'm going to say it again. We need to make sure that when people are speaking about said subject matter, when people are bringing their voice to the platform, that it's not a matter of disrespect towards others. We have to check that, because once we allow it to happen once and it continues on, then we have what we're dealing with now. People who become violently disagreeable with political discourse. When it becomes violence, we have to put our foot down, and that means the authorities have to get involved. That means the leadership has to check it. And in the shape of a Jedidiah Brown, I would even suggest that if anybody gave that young man or his team an award, take those awards back. If political leadership have been involved in working with that individual, we can't say we can't tell you not to work with this person or that person, but I would suggest that you stop, because here's the thing that I've seen this person at work time and time again. I will say in real time, he is a domestic terrorist. He is an agent of chaos. He is an agent provocateur and every other thing negatively that you can imagine with it. And the criminal activity hasn't stopped. I don't think it will ever stop until that person is behind bars. We're working on that. We're going to work on that. All right. We won't slow down until that happens. We won't slow down until this menace to society is put in jail. And those folks who are drinking the Kool-Aid or taking on the narrative that he didn't do anything and you're following this person around, or Ryan's following this person around, or people are harassing this guy. Well, let me say something to you. Women and men and children and elderly folks and hundreds of thousands of people, who are disagreeable with this person have become victim. They've been cyber bullied. We have to stop this. We have to let it be known that this is not acceptable in our communities. One gentleman, weird guy by the name of Cooking with Frank, I was looking at his commentary. He was saying that, Jedidiah was right in what he was doing. Well, Cooking with Frank, I don't know where you come from. I don't know where you get your narrative from, but I tell you what, you don't show your face for a reason. And I understand why, because that twisted narrative that you put out there, it's twisted and jaded. And if you're saying what you say for clickbait, hey, have at it. But the reality of the matter is one thing, facts can be another, and the truth is the truth. All right. So we want to work on the basis of truth. We want to work on the basis of facts, and we want to work on the basis of reality. Some people had a problem with us going down to the FBI. Well, I tell you what, I would rather go down to the FBI and let the law enforcement apparatus do what they do instead of me taking it upon my hands. Because if I take it upon my hands, then it'll be a totally different thing altogether. Even that night, I could have very well popped my trunk, but I did not. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I'd be sitting in the county jail with a attempted murder charge. So cooler heads have to prevail. Somebody has to have common sense about the matter. And in the days ahead, we will bring these people to justice. I'm going to say that again. In the days ahead, we will bring Jedidiah Brown, his criminal organization called INA, to justice. Going forward, I will spend updates. I'll give updates, and I'll spend a small amount of time on this, but I want to get to national issues with Amir Shakur Speaks. I want to get to what's going on now with Amir Shakur Speaks. We started the Chicago Urban Daily last year. We got to move forward with that. We started the new Thornton Township Advocacy, which is our online newspaper for Thornton Township, is going to be opening, and we're going to be publishing starting the first of the month. So, I mean, there'll be a lot of information and data that will be flowing out. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can do in order to support the community. And I just don't want it to be about, challenges and fight. It's the social justice world that is part of the narrative. All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties ahead. I'm going to keep working through these technical difficulties so we can improve this. I've been a print journalist for years, so y'all, thank you for y'all patience. If anybody wants to reach me, it's going to be amirshakurspeaks@gmail.com or amirshakurspeaks.com on my website. Or you can reach me on Facebook at Amir Shakur Speaks. We have the Thornton Township Citizens Action Committee, an ongoing project. A lot of people are paying attention. Thank you for the committed members of our community who are committed to change. And we're going to work together in order to bring that change. All right. Listen, thank y'all again for your patience. Thank you for your time. And most likely, if I don't come back on later on, I'll be back tomorrow. And we're going to get this process smooth. We're going to get Amir Shakur Speaks right. And if there's any information that you want to share, feel free to email me, or do you want me to share? If there's any information that you want me to discuss, send me an email, amirshakurspeaks@gmail.com. Appreciate y'all, and thank you again for being a part of my world. And we moving forward with determination. Peace.